All right, good morning, everybody. Places, people. Welcome to Unity, everybody. We're going live online, so I'm inviting you to come and have a seat. Take a seat. Well, don't take it anywhere. Just sit on it. The band and I'm Anthony. Welcome to Unity. The band and I are going to do a song to help you get settled and let go of whatever you brought with you. This is a song. I did not write the song, but I wish I did. It's a beautiful song called Center of the Heart. Here we are at the perfect time and in the perfect place, showing up with an open mind and all this space. Anything can happen here, we all play a part. There's an invitation to the center of the heart. Take my hand, here we go. What's the plan? We don't have to know. Take a breath, make a start. Welcome home to the center of the heart. Here we are at the perfect time and in the perfect place, showing up with an open mind and all this space. Anything can happen here, we all play our part. We're all in this together at the center of the heart. So take my hand, here we go. What's the plan? We don't have to know. Take a breath, make a start. Welcome home to the center of the heart. Welcome home to the center of the heart. Welcome home to the center of the heart. Okie dokie, Mr. Smokey. Now we got to do some songs together. Did you guys practice? Are y'all warmed up? So yeah, you are welcome to stand. I have to sit because I'm going to play at the piano, but you're welcome to stand and sing along with I Decide. All ready? Will the real Eminem please stand up? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I decide what matters to me. It's my decision to be in the flow. I decide what to let in, and I decide what's got to go. 'Cause I'm the one with the power to choose every thought I'm the one with the voice inside that has the power to set me free. Oh, I decide what matters to me. It's my decision to be in the flow. I decide what to let in, and I decide what's got to go. Yes, I'm the only one who knows what's true, for the true self who lives in me. Yes, I'm the only one who's ever gonna know what my body, mind, and soul really need, and that's why I decide what matters to me. It's my decision to be in the flow. I decide what to let in, and I decide what's got to go. Oh, but every time I forget my own power and start doing what I think I should do, I gotta take a step back and pull my soul in and listen to the voice of true. It always says, I decide what matters to me. It's my decision to be in the flow. I decide what to let in, and I decide what's got to go. I decide what matters to me. It's my decision to be in the flow. And I decide what to let in, and I decide what's got to go. And I decide what's got to go. Oh, I decide what's got to go. And I decide what matters to me. You can stay standing. Yeah, we got another one. You can stay standing up. Yeah. Yeah, and wiggle your hips too. Are we ready? I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only Hey, you tell me what you want to say. You tell me sign language, then I'll interpret in English. Yeah. What would you like to say? Good morning.
Oh, here we go. I'm up.
Insert laugh.
I'm up.
There we go.
Oh, it was a snag in the cord. All right. Sometimes that happens in life, doesn't it? Okay. Very good. It does. Been there. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Calgary. I'm delighted to be with you here this morning. My name is Katie Grinham, and I'll be your Sunday experience guide this morning. If you're joining us online, a very warm welcome. Thank you for tuning in and getting a sense of who we are and what we're about. And for those of you that are here, yes, if you're coming after you've been here many times, haven't been here for a while, or you're coming for the first time, just allow yourself to be, knowing that sometimes it's a little anxious coming somewhere new, and we're just happy that you're here, and just relax and see what the adventure of the morning brings. And one of the best ways to do that is to just affirm why we're here. So let's do the prayer of protection together. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Okay, well, let's take a moment to connect into ourselves, shall we? And in Unity, we call this affirmative prayer. So if you're comfortable with it, just close your eyes and settle down into your seat. And take a deep breath in and slowly out. And another deep breath in. And just bring your awareness to your heart. And just check in on how you're feeling this morning. Feeling calm or a little rushed, anxious, open, excited. Just whatever is there. What if it's okay to just be how and who you are? Just breathing that in and setting your intention if you're willing. What if this morning you could open your heart and mind and receive just what you need. Just what you need to draw strength from in your life, clarity or peace, direction, understanding, whatever it is. Just open and affirm that somewhere in our time together this morning, you will receive something to encourage you in these ways. We breathe it in. We know it to be so, and so it is. All right. And we have different ways of energizing ourselves and connecting to Spirit, because I'm sure you're all aware that there's sometimes, you sit down to meditate and you just connect in and you feel like, oh, that's good. And other times you're like, hello. It's just hard to get connected with yourself or feel like you are connecting to the God of your understanding. So we have different ways to do that at the beginning of our service here. And one of them is that we use an affirmative statement, and then we do some toning. And so let's do that together. So we'll say let's set it all up. I'll set it all up at first here. So what we're going to do is we'll say our statement that is our commitment, and then we'll move into doing the toning of, I think we're doing hum now, aren't we? Yes. We're going to hum. And we're going to do it 5 times, and each time allowing yourself to kind of float and radiate this energy out into the world. All right? And so let's start with our statement. Unity of Calgary is committed to life in the vibration of love. And I, too, am committed to living in the love vibration. So what we're going to do, as I say, we're just going to tone and just allow, you don't have to be exactly in sync with the person beside you. Just allow the sound to come and move through. And I was thinking, perhaps we could focus our energy to the monks who are traveling across the states this morning. How many of you are aware that they're traveling and what's happening? Yes. So for those who aren't, a very quick update. They've been traveling, I think, on like day 110 or something like that, across from, pardon me? 105 today. And they're going to Washington. They started in Texas, Walking for Peace. And it's a demonstration of peace. If you haven't seen any of it, going online and having a look, it's quite powerful. And let's add a little energy to them. I can only imagine what they're drawing on to make that final journey in. So let's do our sounds. We'll radiate it there and wherever is needed. So just closing your eyes. Letting the breath go. Breathing in. And one last one here. And just feeling this vibration of hum, of love, of peace, vibrating through our bodies, through our voices, out into the world. Reaching the monks who are taking this extraordinary stand and demonstration for peace, but also out to every single soul that is challenged, that's struggling, and that is trying to open to love and peace in a world that doesn't make it easy. We know that as we become that vibration, as we hold peace and joy in our hearts, we are doing something. We are holding the highest, believing, knowing that love and light lives even when it feels like there's darkness. We know this to be so, and so it is. Feels good to get centered, doesn't it? Get connected. And we're going to have our daily word, and our daily word is a publication that's been put out by Unity for over 100 years. And I'm delighted to invite our dear friend, Victor, here we go, Ribo, from Nigeria. Please give a very warm welcome to Victor.
Thank you. Victor Sukaribo. Thank you. So our daily word for this beautiful day, February 8th, is determination. The statement is, my determination takes me far. my determination takes me far. Finally, my determination takes me far. In every person's life, there will be times of ease and times of struggle. In the tougher times, it's natural to feel discouraged and tempted to give up on plans and dreams. When discouragement sets in, I remember I am fully human and fully divine, a spiritual being endowed with many divine gifts. I fortify myself by invoking my innate qualities of strength and power. They give me the determination to keep going, to stay the course. I can use my body and mind to accomplish what I set out to do, but I also know there is more to me than that. The attributes of God are mine to use. I believe in myself and move forward with determination. The Bible verse for today is taken from the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And it reads, "So deeply do we care for you that we are determined to share with you not only the gospel of God, but also our own selves, because you have become very dear to us." Amen. Amen. Thank you very much.
Victor is here on and off over the last about year and a half as his company has sent him here for work. And if you haven't had a chance to chat with him, he is just a delightful insight of all kinds of spiritual things. And it's very interesting to hear. Nigeria is a vibrant center for unity. It is has the most unities, I think, per square mile or footage or whatever we put that. I guess we say mile. There's so many unities in Nigeria, even though it's such a small country. It's very powerful. And anyway, enjoy a little time talking with him. And now, speaking of unity, we're going to have a unity moment. We're going to get a little bit of history. Cisna Wanter, our historian, has been giving us updates about unity along, and he is not feeling strong enough these last few days. And so his voice in this world at the moment is our dear friend Claude. Please welcome Claude.
Thank you, Katie. My dear friend Cecil, we get together on Wednesday morning on a Zoom call and we chat for 2 hours. It's a very intense relationship that we have. It's good. It's very good. This unity moment is from the desk of Cecil. So it was written by Rachel Wooten, Director of Movement, Redesign and Operations with Unity World Headquarters. So this unity moment comes from way up there. Good Lord. Help me. There we go. So today we're going to talk about the demonstrating the Christ consciousness. This isn't about worshiping an external savior, though you're welcome to do it if that speaks to you. It's about realizing and authentically living from the divine within. Sunday becomes a sacred space to embody and express Christ's idea, to live from Christ consciousness, and to honor this I am presence in ourselves and in one another. Christ in you, your hope of glory. Not somebody, but now I am. The I am. Spiritual activation and action. This isn't passive inspiration. It's about activating and living through action. Attendees are called to be healers in their own lives, to embody abundance, to live truth no matter what they do, and to bring transformation into the world for themselves and others. Be the light bearers. You are the light of the world. Live that light. So while it may look like a service, this is not a church service in the traditional sense. It is a spiritual training ground, a healing vortex, a consciousness laboratory, a sacred reminder of who we really are. Charles and Myrtle's movement was a call to spiritual freedom, personal empowerment, and direct connection with the divine. And it's our responsibility now to keep that spirit alive, fluid, inclusive, evolving, radically and spiritually transformative. They were the original spiritual influencers before hashtags were a thing. Let us protect the essence of what unity was always meant to be, a spiritual movement of awakening, not an institution of stagnation and limitation. Sometimes it's nice to remember our origins, to pause and recall that we didn't come from structure, rules, or ritual, but from a spark of awakening. A movement birthed from spiritual curiosity, divine love, empowered thinking, and a belief that each soul is divine and capable of transformation. May we continue not by building walls, but by expanding consciousness. Not by becoming a church, but by embodying a living movement of light, true love, and Christ consciousness. Let us remember who we are and why we began. Blessings to all. Thank you.
You're on.
It's time, is it?
Pardon me?
It's time, is it?
It's time. Please enjoy the music of Anthony Burbage and the band. Did you like that intro?
Odd.
You know, I want you to feel special and all that.
I was just looking at the end of my song sheet here, and it says that I wrote this song, what's today? February 8th, right? On February 8th, 2007. So 19 years ago today, apparently, this song came through. I apologize if my voice is not cooperating. My body is quite tired. But I'm going to do my best to sing this. And at the end, you guys get to sing along, too. I can hear a song within me, and I know that song is a memory of home. I can hear my spirit singing as I give the world my soul's true song. And I sing, I'm worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy of my song. I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy of my song. Oh, I can feel the life within
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And to think it's 19 years ago that you wrote that song. That's amazing. Seems as relevant today, does it not? Powerful song. Thank you very much. Well, so each month we have a theme, and this month it is Living from the Heart. So we have a speaker that is given that topic, and then it's, how they process that, what they think and feel about that, and how it ties into our 5 principles. So that's part of what, how we come with our speakers. And we're delighted this morning to have a regular speaker with us, Reverend Doug Craig. He is someone who has been on this New Thought movement path for many years, 44 to be for sure. And he shares by doing his speaking, weddings, counseling, and mostly it is in his presence of believing that it is attitude plus choice that equals consequence, and that people can grow and change. He's a living example of that, and he's here to share with you this morning about traveling the path to the heart. Please welcome Reverend Doug Craig.
Thank you, Katie. Well, here we are. How's everybody today? Woo! Anthony and I have been doing this together here at Uni. How long you been doing it now? 20 years? Here? Yeah, we've both been doing it. Yeah, and I've been here about 22 on regular speaker. And, the thing about that's interesting is we never talk about what the talk's about and what the music's about. But it always, he couldn't have picked better tunes for what I'm going to talk about. It's just absolutely amazing, isn't it? Come on, you're supposed to say, yeah, I'm talking about you here. Okay. I want to just say something before I get started about what Katie said about the monks. Okay, if you haven't heard about them and follow them, they got a few more days left on their trip, and they've got a big rally planned in Washington, D.C., and these guys started on a 2,300-mile journey just for peace, and there's literally thousands of people lining cold streets, standing for hours just to watch them walk by and being in that. And the most amazing thing to me was the reception they're receiving by the police. Of course, then again, who needs peace more than the police, And a lot of the local faith-based churches, but it's still amazing some of they're the devil's work, stay away from them. And I'm going, I saw an article about that, a lady wrote about that, said, these people did more for an hour walking through town for peace and energy than you've done for 50 years living here. And it's really true. So if you haven't seen it, and I really urge you to have a look at it, because this may be something that you may remember forever. It may be one of those turning moments. Could be. Anyhow, and the truth here is about living from the heart can only come when we travel the path to the heart. And we can't get to the path to the heart until we learn about peace. So peace is the path to the heart, along with faith and trust. So to begin this, I invite you to join with me in an opening meditation. Anthony, would you lead us in, please?
Thankfully, I just found the music for the song. I was frantically looking for it because for some reason I didn't have it on my music stand. Good times, good times. I just as I am. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. And there is nothing that I need to say. There is nothing that I need to change. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. And there is nothing that I need to do. There is nothing that I need to prove. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am.
We do so knowing that there is that only one eternal life that is all-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere present. And that is the source, God, Spirit, the Great Spirit, whatever. So we are all part of this whole, and the pure essence of love is what we determine and say God is. So we already are all the love that we can possibly have. So today, right here, we travel the journey to the heart. And that simply begins by being willing to release and let go and to be in this present moment. So right here and right now, as I declare, please accept it for yourself, I release and let go of the morning and all of the past right now. I release and let go of anything that is to be. I release and let go and know that the point of power is in the present moment. I release and let go of any negative beliefs I may hold. I release and let go of any ideas about myself other than I'm the essence of good and God and love. I release and let go of any obstructions, and I begin to experience the path and the journey to the heart. So I allow myself just to be in this present moment and just to experience who and what I am right now. For deep inside the self, we see the still reflection of a pond, the reflection of ourself in the water of life, knowing that love like water is a flow, and it flows from within, out through us into our experience of life. And we bring words along with it like joy, happiness, peace, prosperity, fulfillment. But all of what we say and do and experience is simply allowing ourselves to release and let go and to experience who and what we really are. The essence of love with the opportunity to express ourselves in this beautiful experience we call planet Earth. So we take that and we begin to come back with gratitude and bring that sensation from the depths back into the form.
I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. There is nothing that I need to say. There is nothing that I need to change. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. And there is nothing that I need to do. There is nothing that I need to prove. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Just as I am.
I am enough, just as I am, and so it is. Traveling the path to the heart. An interesting journey. I'm always amazed when I get a topic how my mind likes to go to work on it. And this is what I got. Traveling the path to the heart. Where do I start? Where do I go? Is the question, because we all want to know where we start and where we're going to go with this. The daily journey begins in the garage of our head. Open the doors of our mind and get a new look on the world. Start by traveling down that old rugged road of forgiveness. Turn sharply onto the freeway of self-acceptance and turn into the town of gratitude and spend much of your life there. And I thought, wow. And then something else popped into my mind, and it really made a lot more sense. Anybody ever seen Groundhog Day with Bill Murray? Every day he wakes up and it's the same thing over again and over again and over again. And I thought, there it is, folks. We wake up every day in the garage of our mind, open up the door and have a look. The garage of our head, the door, open up the doors of our mind. We have a look, and the best way we can do is start down the path of forgiveness, turn on the road of self-acceptance, and work into the town of gratitude, and start our day from there. Because have you ever noticed it don't take long in the morning before something crops in that you got to get rid of in your head that you don't want? Is it not? Okay, everybody has that happen to them. It's not just me. And, so that's what we need to do. We have to have that awareness because it just isn't going to, I'll do this for a while and I'm fixed. Well, folks, I've been doing this in my 47th year, and I think that you got to do it daily because I'm still not fixed. Okay? Because something always happens out there to take our energy and attention away from peace and from living from the heart. Okay? So it's a journey of peace that needs trust and faith. I always say that there's two parts to the heart. There's the human heart and the spiritual heart. Now, the human part is where you get your physical responses. I always use relationships because everybody knows about these. And in relationships, we always have the positive and the negative. Has anybody noticed that? Or what we deem that? So constantly, life is all about reconciling the positives and negatives, including letting go of the negative, which is the old one, and bringing in the positive, which is the new one. Has anybody ever done that with a relationship? Yeah, a few people. Yeah, I'm a professional, so I've got it down now, so a slow learner. Yeah, we're like that. And so you're always on a flow like this with your emotion. And that's not too bad. We just got to understand it's how it works, and it's going to work like that from the human part of us, And all we can do is manage it and not get too stupid with it. And, you mean just on the negative part? No, you can get too stupid on the positive part and get blindly in love with someone and get fleeced. Does that ever happen to anybody? I'm not going to go there. Okay, we don't want to talk about that, do we? But that's how it works, okay? So in the human experience, we're always like this. And one of the things I first learned when I got into this that took me many years to understand and to work to achieving is something that Yogananda said. It was the neutralization of the waves of likes and dislikes, so that you don't get whipped into a lather too much about the good stuff and don't get into too much of a decimation on the bad stuff. Just keep it even in that little balance. And people will say, yeah, well, that's boring. Well, you know what? If you get in touch with the universe, it's boring. It doesn't have that fluctuation in emotion. It doesn't need to because it just is. It is. All of that is us with the human part. It's got nothing to do with the universe, except we're in it. Okay? So we need to understand that about ourselves, and then we go over to the spiritual heart. And the very nature of the spiritual heart is a pulsation. And it pulsates from within us. That sensation, when we get away from the human part of love and we just get into the neutral part, we can feel that. Anybody ever been feeling that pulsation from within that pulsates, that feels so darn good? Any felt that just feels good inside? That is the spiritual love, because you can't put a handle on it. And it pulsates, and it's always there pulsating, waiting to go this way. And then receive and come back around and circulate. So why doesn't that happen all the time? Because simply there's obstructions. And those obstructions are when we get tangled up to too much in our human emotion and allowing that to dictate experience other than dealing with it as we need to. I would be amiss if I said I didn't get ticked every now and again still. We don't want to go there, but everybody does. But you got to deal with it and then get back and realizing what that was. That's part of our journey. And then get back into getting peaceful, centered, and allow that essence to pulsate outside of us. Haven't you ever walked into a room when there's been somebody there and, oh man, you just can feel their energy? And you're just attracted to it? Or how about that time you walk in and there's somebody there and you feel that energy and you go, even when I was a bad boy, I was in a room with some people there that had that energy that terrified me, and not much terrified me. But there are people like that, and there are people on the other end of that. And it's simply for us is which end of the stick do we want to play on? Because that's our choice. That's the human heart and the spiritual heart. Eric Butterworth, big Unity author, my favorite, by the way, second most favorite book in the world, Spiritual Economics. He says, God can only do for you what he can do through you. And Ernest Holmes said, there are no obstructions to the operation of truth in me. Because we are simply that, a flow. And you know what happens when we get obstructions in our body? We kind of get constipated. Is that true? Anybody ever had that experience? Just a few. Well, guess what? If you get all that negativity in here, you get spiritually constipated. And we need a spiritual enema, which is just turning back to the truth and just letting those go. Okay? We don't have to take anything, folks. Okay? That's what we need to do. Another example of being able to look at yourself, I call it sailing on the ocean of life. We're very much like a majestic sailing ship out there, heading out on the journey, big sails to capture the wind, strong navigation equipment, great rudder, and the captain that's really tuned in. The rudder's the mind. The wind that drives the sails is the emotion. When they work together, man, you can really go places. And if the person that's operating that vessel is correct, then you've got all kinds of things you can do. But what happens if the winds are hurricane? You've got a problem. What happens if your rudder or your mind's not working? You got all the emotion you want. You can go like a bat out of hell right straight into destruction. Or if there's no wind and no feeling and your mind's working perfect, you go all right. You go and go and go very slowly. But you got to have the two of them. So the captain is really the captain of your soul, the captain of my soul. Because I am the master of my own fate and the captain of my own soul. I take it back to a poem I come across that really reflects that. And think of yourself, by the way, think of yourself the next time as that ship and how you're navigating. If there's turbulence, I'll guarantee you the wind and the mind aren't working properly. It needs the harmony. So I come across this poem which I really liked, and it's called Invictus. And it's written by a man called William Henley. Invictus is Latin for the unconquered, and the speaker proclaims his strength in the face of adversity. And he had tuberculosis and went through a terrible time with it. In fact, they wanted to amputate his leg, but they wouldn't let him. He went through a series of operations and spent several years in the hospital. And in the hospital, during his stay, he wrote a number of poems. He was a poet. And so his book of poems in the hospital is called In Hospital. How do you like that, eh? But one of them is Invictus. So you can imagine this man laying there with his decimated body, and Invictus means unconquered. And he writes, Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I would not have winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of a chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond the place of wrath and tears looms the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my own fate. I am the captain of my own soul. And I want to say something to each and every one of you here. Is there anybody here in the helping and healing businesses at all? And you've had something where you've seen people have a change and a new experience in life? Is there anybody here through the wisdom that you've had, just with a kind word, have you ever had the chance just to help somebody have a better experience in life? Anybody here? We all have. And we all do that, and there's no way to measure what you do and how you do it, except every now and again we get a little feedback. And I want to read something that I got from a man that I worked with 8 years ago, and I continue to mentor today. And he wrote this. He said, self-sabotage defined my life. Sabotage was always lurking in my dreams and aspirations, wreaking havoc in my plans, relationships, and work. Every success was eventually sabotage. Douglas Craig's course helped me with the tools and, most importantly, the awareness to deal with life's pendulum. With awareness comes responsibility, the responsibility to act on awareness. Douglas's course can be completed by motivated individuals. However, the course never finishes. When I first met Douglas Craig, I was broken. Not just broken, defeated, depressed, and raging angry, dangerously angry. I was 52 and homeless, sleeping on the couch of an old friend. His house was on full renovation. There's not a finished room in the house, and I was sleeping downstairs. Each night, I stared up at the open beams above, trying to muster the courage to hang myself. Every minute of the hour and every day was a fight not to kill someone or kill myself. I had lost all hope. I had hit rock bottom. Of course, everyone else was to blame. First, it was my family and the abusers for the abused, the neglect and the emotional scars. Then schools and the police for the discipline and punishment doled out for my reactions to the abuse. I hated any kind of authority. Drugs and alcohol were coping mechanisms, yet they only fueled the rage, the depression, and the self-hate. The greater the depression, the greater the rage and self-hate, and consequently, the more I would act out, and as a result, my life was a constant chaos. Douglas's course taught me that I was an instrument of my own demise. Sure, I did experience significant childhood trauma, sexual, physical, emotional, and mental abuse. I had a choice. I could continue to allow the horrible things I experienced to define me, or I can have the courage and strength to use the tools provided in the course to rise above the abuse. I learned how to release emotional energy attached to the abuse, the rage, the depression. I experienced gratitude for the first time in my life. Completing Douglas Craig's course gave me my life back. I learned to love myself, to forgive myself, and to accept my shortfalls. I am currently managing a successful hearing clinic in Powell River, BC. I am in a happy, harmonious relationship with my family, friends, and coworkers. Well, the pendulum always swings, and I don't always react as well as I would have liked. I love and respect myself enough to keep employing the tools that have saved me so far. I am forever grateful to Douglas Craig and his ongoing mentorship. And I read this not because of what I do, but because of what we all do. Okay? Now, you see, that's what traveling the path to the heart is. By doing what we do, we give, through our own experience, we create an opportunity for other people to redeem themselves and have a life. By the way, Steve is now working with me in addition to his business, but a little addendum. The guy said, you know, I got a partnership in 80 businesses across Canada in this, and he says, I'm going to give you 50%. So he's now a 50% ownership and helping Canada here, and he's got his own house. They just bought a house. Bought the inventory because he's a professional sales guy. His boss said, oh, that's way too much for the next year. He sold it in 6 weeks and was the top salesperson ever, which usually took the next best 6 months. He did in 6 weeks. Okay? Now, I shared that with you because it's a true story, and he's there and he knows he's not done. That's where he did when he come in, and by doing what I do and by doing what you do, it creates a path where someone can travel to the heart. Because it seems to me like he's getting there. Don't you think so? And all he had to do was just get rid of the obstructions. Well, I shouldn't say all he had to do. Yeah, he had to do that, but it isn't that easy, if you all know what I mean. But I share this because this is a story, to me, not of motivation. My work and the people I work with that have had these experiences are not motivated. They are a story of hope and inspiration, because a lot of these people were wrote off by society that I've worked with. And now they're being productive and having a life and happy. So keep doing what you're doing. Share this work because it is worthwhile. And to all of you, I salute you for the good work you're doing. And I know that God is great, God is good, so are we, and so it is. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. Let's go on.
Are we ready?
Test.
1, 2, 3, 4. Have you noticed how your life is up and down? One moment it's a smile and the next it's a frown. Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, 'cause life's a never-changing melody. Have you noticed how your thoughts get stuck in the rut? Wanna fake it till you make it, but you keep getting stuck. Well, that's the way it's supposed to be. Gonna tell you how to change your frequency. If you wanna feel the wave of positivity, an attitude of gratitude could do it indeed. An attitude of gratitude could do it indeed. Just flip the switch and change your pitch and sing in key. Are you praying for a savior to help you out? Are you hoping that your life will turn around? Well, that's not how life works, you see, 'cause you were born with the choice and your will is free. Have you been trying too hard to be someone you're not? Have you been looking so hard you found that you're lost? Well, that's not how life's supposed to be. I'm gonna tell you how to change your frequency. If you wanna feel the wave of positivity, an attitude of gratitude is all that you need. An attitude of gratitude can do it indeed. Just flip the switch and change your pitch and sing in key. Oh, an attitude of gratitude can clear away the debris. Yes, an attitude of gratitude can change your minor problems and your major headaches into beautiful melodies. If you wanna feel the wave of positivity, an attitude of gratitude is all that you need. An attitude of gratitude can do it indeed. Just flip the switch and change your pitch and sing in key. If you wanna feel the wave of positivity, an attitude of gratitude is all that you need. An attitude of gratitude can do it indeed. Just flip the switch and change your pitch and sing in key. Just flip the switch and change your pitch and sing in key. Just flip the switch and change your pitch and sing in key.
There we go. Thank you, Anthony. That was a peppy little tune to get us in touch with gratitude. Thank you so much, Reverend Doug. I hear a lot of talks from him over the years, but I think that was a pretty inspiring one, don't you think? Thank you so much. And I do think that the power of example, like hearing people who really do live into it, who have a very big challenge to overcome, kind of says, okay, I can do this too. And it's a great message. So thank you so much. And we do believe that what we do here at Unity matters, that coming together and sharing and listening to each other's stories makes a difference. And so coming together means that we have our building here, that we and our band and all the people that work together. So thank you to everyone who uses their time, talent, and treasure to keep Unity going and bringing this very important message of empowering people to live and be the light in these times. So there's a form on the chair there, an envelope. If you haven't given your information, please do if you would like a receipt so that we have that. And if you do it online, you can do it at donate@unityofcalgary.org. And you can do it as a e-transfer, which is I've gotten the habit of doing. So let's stand up now and we'll sing Give with an Open Heart as we do exactly that. And just think about it, like literally, give consciously. Like whatever it is you're giving in life, give with that open heart.
I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm grateful for this moment. I'm grateful.
I invite you to affirm together our abundance affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you all.
Please be seated. So let's take a quiet moment just to go into prayer. We have our prayer box where you can put your prayer requests in, knowing that Spirit knows what's needed. So you just put the name there. We have a prayer line at 1-800-NOW-PRAY. Let's take a moment now to just bring to mind a situation, person, whatever it is that you believe and hold could use a positive outcome. See it, hold it to be so, and so it will be. We also hold in prayer this month. We always hold another Unity or part of the Unity organization. And guess what this month is? It's us! Yay! So we're holding in prayer Unity Spiritual Center of Ottawa and Unity of Calgary. So if you feel a little extra vibe coming in this morning, that's because all across the country, all the other unities are sending love, energy, intentions, and tithing to us as we do to them. So may we be blessed. May they all be blessed. All right, let's also do our blessing for the children of the world, and our own inner children. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. Very good. Exactly. Very good. All right, let's have a little more music there, Mr. Anthony. Let's stand up. Let's get moving. We've done a lot of thinking and listening. Let's integrate with a little movement.
I have my reasons to be sad, my reasons to be sore, but all the reasons that I have don't serve me anymore. 'Cause I can see how anything is a part of everything, and I can see how everything is a part of anything. And I am grateful, 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 grateful for it all. I have my reasons to give in, my reasons to give up. Though I've fallen on my path, I'll return my heart to love. 'Cause I know how my beliefs can affect the world I see. And I know how all I see can affect what I believe. I am grateful, 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 grateful for it all. They say that pain's a part of life, but suffering's a choice. I won't fear and I won't hide, I won't give away my voice. 'Cause I am grateful, 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 grateful for my life. I am grateful, 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 grateful for my life. Grateful, grateful for my life. Grateful, grateful for my life.
You. Beautiful. Thank you. So we have a few announcements. Just want to let you know what is happening here at Unity. We've been started on the 4th of February. We started our prayer Zoom classes, and I'm just going to call up Laura Payton. She's going to talk a bit about that. And the upcoming course.
We are doing a booklet study for 2 weeks. We've done one. We're going to do the second one on Wednesday. There are booklets available, paper booklets, on the welcome table, and you can connect with me about getting a PDF. If you don't want the paper copy or they run out, you don't have to have attended the first one. You're welcome to read the booklet and come and share. We're going to talk about what did this speak to you, and then we're going to do, that's for an hour. We're going to have a sharing about that, and then a half hour of a prayer circle. So you can talk to me about that. There's a sign-up sheet over on the side table, and we are going to be, for the first time in a while, doing the Life of Prayer class, and we'll be doing it on the study of this booklet, How to Pray Without Talking to God, Moment by Moment, Choice by Choice, by Reverend Linda Martello-Whitsett, and that will be in person the 5 Mondays of March. All of the information is on a sheet over there, and I will stand over there by the table and have that sheet of paper and give you more information about it. There's no charge for the booklet study. There is a suggested love offering for the prayer classes on the book, and there's one other thing I wanted to say about that. This course is a prerequisite for being part of the Unity of Calgary prayer team. It's an anonymous team, and for any future Unity of Calgary prayer guide trainings, which we haven't done since 2012. We're gearing up to do that once again. So do join me over there to ask any questions.
Just want to acknowledge that we're getting over time a little bit, but there's a lot going on. I particularly want to talk a little bit about what's going to happen next week. Next week will be Neil Williams will be speaking. We're delighted to have Neil come and share with us. This will be his first time actually doing speaking here at Unity, but he has a wealth of information, and he's going to be talking about living from the heart, later life orientation. There are, up on the bulletin board, Ross has made some posters, so it'll give you a bit more information about it. I really think that it's going to be a wonderful talk, so I invite you to come. And then following the workshop following the talk will be a workshop by Valda Harris. Now, we used to have workshops quite often after Sundays, and we've decided to start doing a few and just see how that feels for our community. We'd love you to join us. It's going to be from 12:30 to, what is it? 2. It doesn't say on my paper here. 12:30 to 2. Oh, it does say on this paper, though. There we go. 12:30 to 2, the paper she just gave me. I'll quickly read this because I'm really excited about it. I don't know if you know Valda, but she is a very heart-centered, warm, and has the ability of taking things that are quite intellectual and just bringing them through the heart. So they become very pragmatic. So she says, connect with and learn about your heart's intelligence. Align with your inner centers of awareness and transform small life stressors into opportunities for coherence and empowerment. Whew, who doesn't need that, eh? Yes, so it's going to be practical, repeatable. We're going to be using some heart coherence. And so it's going to be from 12:30 to 2 next Sunday. So bring a lunch and love offering if you're inspired. The recommended love offering for that is $25. And we would just love to see you there to enjoy it coming up. Then just quickly, I'm just going to go lightly over this because we are going to have other times to talk about it. But we're going to be starting a Lent challenge on February 18th to April 4th. And it's going to be on Zoom Wednesday evenings. So there's information on our sign-up table there. It's going to be from 7 to 8 o'clock. And just have a look at about that. And there's some questions you can ask. We'll give you a bit more information as time goes on. But we're looking to support you going forward in a way that's easy. In winter, it's not always that fun to come out, so we're doing some Zoom. And also on Thursday evenings, there's still room in the Divine Essence group, and you can find out more about that by talking to Bob Elwood. All right, enough. The what challenge? Oh, the Lent Challenge booklet. Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, because I guess we're going to need that pretty quick, aren't we? Yes. So have a look at the Lent Challenge booklet, which are these publications put out by Worldwide Unity, and they put out magnificent stuff. So let's stand up. Sorry, everyone, we are running a little bit late, but let's make a circle around and sing Let There Be Peace. Thank you, everyone, and a special thank you to Anthony Burbage. He's been doing a whole lot of things for Uni the last little while in his school. So let's give him a little extra energy to take him through to the finish line. Thank you for being here, Anthony. Please stay and enjoy conversations that matter with people who care.